So every month I put together a series of 5 guitars, and we call it the Custom Select series. And really what that is a way to showcase all the different custom items that we can do, the different custom configurations, finishes. And for this month, I've centered it all around harp guitars. So tomorrow I fly off to California for the 15th annual Harp Guitar gathering. And I thought, well, what better way to mark that than by doing a series of harp guitars. So what I've done is I've got 5 instruments. We've got the Synergy uke, we've got Synergy X7 and Synergy X20, all represented. We've also got one with super trebles. And I thought, you know, it could be a good idea to tell people a little bit about where we came from, how I got into harp guitars, and what it's all about. You know, really, it's a thing people ask the most questions about. You know, I know you're probably watching this video, you're going, what the heck is a harp guitar? And I was that person. So really this all kind of happened by chance, and the world kind of conspired that I should build harp guitars. And it all started one night. I met a friend of mine, Teddy, and he said, come to dinner with me, I'm going to meet a bunch of friends. So this was at NAMM show. So, you know, we're just walking out after the show and I bumped into him. So he ended up taking me to dinner with this guy, Greg Miner, and a couple of other guys who were building these harp guitars. And, you know, I didn't really know what it was. I'd, you know, seen them a little bit. I'd seen Michael Hedges and Andy McKee playing harp guitars. But we ended up at this dinner and we started talking, and I got fascinated by the whole idea. And really very quickly I realized that carbon fiber is the perfect material to build harp guitars. So harp guitars are an unusual shape. They have a lot of string tension with their 12 strings, or minimum 12 strings. Many of them have a lot more strings. And really they were a fragile instrument, difficult to build, and for that reason very expensive. So I started to look at it and I thought, okay, carbon fiber might be an interesting way to build these. So very shortly after that, a customer came to me, Michael from New York, and he asked me, could I build a harp guitar? So I thought, well, okay, let's think about this. Very shortly after that again, I ended up bumping into Muriel Anderson and spent a day touring Muriel around the coast of Northern Ireland. And while we were on that trip, I started to ask Muriel questions about harp guitars. Really, I was picking her brains. So that's where the whole harp guitar thing kind of came together, you know, and I was like, okay, there's something with this. We should try and do a harp guitar. So I went back to Michael. I said, okay, let's build a harp guitar. Lo and behold, we built the harp guitar. Not only did we make the one for him, but I actually made a production mold for it. So the Synergy X7 came into life. And we actually, at the Harp Guitar gathering, we showed that off for the first time. And it didn't suck, you know, people liked it. So I came up with the idea that we should take this a little bit further. You know, it's an instrument that you fall in love with. You know, I think a lot of people that we'll be meeting this weekend at the Harp Guitar gathering will have the same thing in common, is that the instrument captivated them. You know, there's something about that extra dynamic, the deeper tone that you get from those extra sub-bass strings. Actually, even when you're not even playing the strings. You know, if you're only just playing the neck, the harp strings, they resonate along. They just give this extra depth and dynamic to what you're doing. So it's a beautiful sound, and then, you know, when you're playing with your thumb, playing those extra notes along, it just fills out this extra bigger sound. And I think it was that caught my attention, and has caught so many other people's attention. And so that's really where it came from. You know, it wasn't something that was planned, but once I got into it, I realized carbon is the way to go. So, you know, we've developed this range now of 3 main instruments. We do the Synergy X7, which is kind of a small body harp guitar. It's like almost like a travel harp guitar, I guess. It's 24-inch scale, but it has a really good sound. It's great if you're wanting to maybe take it on tour, you know, if you're a touring musician, or if you want something that's just that little bit more compact, it's easier to play. Then from that, I developed the Synergy X20, which is our full-body harp guitar. It has a really big full sound, really deep bass notes, but it's also really ergonomic, and that's one of the great things with carbon fiber, is you can make something that's really ergonomic, comfortable to play. So the back of the instrument's actually really well sculpted. And then I never really thought about this, but then along comes a guy and said, okay, can you build a Synergy uke? Can you build a harp ukulele? And I'm not really great at saying no, and Kevin is pretty persuasive. So then I came up with the Synergy uke. And really that's something we're only just kind of getting started on. It's a fantastic little instrument. The one thing I'll say about harp guitars is you have to be dedicated to them. You know, it really takes dedication to perfect, you know, how you work with it, how you play along, you know, with the two different banks of strings. But I think the harp ukulele is actually a much more approachable instrument. It's simpler to learn, and so it's been a lot of fun to be part of. Expect to see a lot more of those in the coming months and coming years, and that kind of fills out this really nice range of harp-related instruments. You know, it's been a great journey. It's a great instrument. You're probably right now you're going, when's you actually going to play this thing? We'll probably put some links on here to some other people doing it much better than ever I can. You know, we've got some incredible players that are using our instruments right now. So go on YouTube and have a look for some of those videos. There'll probably be some links that'll be attached to wherever this video happens to appear. And enjoy the Select series. We've enjoyed building them. I'm flying out tomorrow morning for the Harp Guitar Gathering, so I'm sure some of the guys that are watching this are going to be seeing me out there. I look forward to that. And yeah, the harp guitar, it's an incredible thing. Oh, I should say, you're probably thinking this is like some kind of new crazy invention. Actually, it's not. This is a really ancient invention that's just getting a whole new wave of new fans. People are discovering it for the first time. But it's been around since the late 1800s. And okay, so that's the harp guitar. Thanks for watching. See you soon.